Beep. Okay, I made that noise, not anyone else. Alright, is my hair looking good? I shouldn't be... Where should I be standing? Okay. Now, I finished most of page 1 with that other video. This will just be 2 videos. I was going to do the other video on one big take. But I was getting thirsty. And I was hungry. And I have needs too, so... Anyway, I don't care how many people watch this. This is for one person. And if it benefits 2, 3, 4, 5, 20... I don't know why I said... If it benefits more than one, that's great. If it's not, then whatever. I did this for one person. Alright, what do we got here? We got... Alright, this is not financial advice, but I wrote down about reducing and managing your expenses. Now, everyone says that. You see that everywhere. Like, do this, do that. But it really sucks doing that. Because you stop getting to buy the stuff you like. You stop getting to buy food out. You stop getting, like, these pleasures like fucking Netflix or gym memberships or all these things that, really need because they take up our time. But it's all. So, my opinion... And what I have done and what I always continue to do is just figure out how much you spend on living. It's not like anything that isn't overspending on eating or going places or traveling. Just figure out how much you need to live. And then figure out how much you got left. And then that's your baseline. And then you're like, well, I'm the kind of person who likes to buy lunch every day. So add that on. I'm the kind of person that likes to buy dinner every night. I don't like to cook. And that's perfectly fine. Hey, I fucking hate cooking too. It's like the worst thing ever. So I get it. But maybe, we buy lunch 4 times a week. Maybe we go out to dinner 4 times a week. Maybe we try to get rid of 2 of the 3 streaming services. Drop my pepper. Oh, maybe we try to just do a little bit better. You get a little bit better every month. It's not a... Don't just cut everything out and be like, I'm making lunch every day, I'm making, dinner every day, if you're not used to that, because you're just going to crash and burn and go back to step 1. So, just little bit by little bit, and then you'll find, as you're, like in the previous, your buffer will get bigger, and you'll have a little bit more money, and you're like, hey, I don't want to spend that money. That dinner only cost me $8 to make. I'm going to do that. Someone's out there listening to me. So, yeah. Oh, here we go. That one's kind of corny. It's really stupid, but I wrote the title of it is Become a Better Person. And I don't really... Doing good things doesn't make you necessarily a good person. I hope that's understandable. I know it sounds stupid, but like... A good person just does things. Just non-stop. Just, wow, that's a cool car. Hey, man, you got a nice car. Or, hey, man, I really like your collection. Or, wow, you're wearing a nice dress. Or, a good person just does more good, vastly more than they do any bad, in my opinion. But I think if you just become better, just a better version of yourself, just like an extra photo on Instagram. Say, like, awesome cards. Or, I really like the fact that you like X Pokemon. Or, like... You're looking good today to someone at the gym or something. I mean, it's just small things. Try to do one slightly good thing a day. I mean, I'm trying. I've been trying this for like a year now, and it honestly is tiring because sometimes I force myself. I'm just like, I gotta make sure I get my good thing. And, I make sure I message that one person that one thing, or try to not do a negative thing that I previously would maybe do. And, man, it's hard. But I think if everyone just does a one little thing, the whole community gets brought up with it. But obviously, life's not perfect. Shit happens. You have a shit day. Someone says something to you. You've been rude, wrong. Hey, it happens all the time. Sometimes I don't respond to someone because they might rub me the wrong way, or it's just how it is. So maybe try one good thing every second day, every third day, just as long as it's more than it was before. That's all that's important. What else we got here? Time management and appreciating what you have. I think we get lost in the moment, and this happened to me about 6-7 months ago. I think I just spent, I'm going to say a lot of words here, I spent almost $200,000 in 1 month on items for my collection because I just wasn't happy. I mean, I would buy something, 20 grand, 25 grand on one card or one item for my collection, and the next day I wouldn't even consider I even bought that. And I'm not trying to flex or any try to like words. I'm just trying to say it's not like the money isn't relevant. It's all money from things I've done in my business and investments and everything. It's nothing to, like, it's not good to do that. I was trying to impress people. I was trying to impress myself, and I was like, well, I gotta take a step back. I can't having 30 trophies wasn't really my goal. I thought if I had more rare cards, I would get more respect. And obviously, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't matter if you have any fucking rare cards, as long as you're nice to people. Generally, I'm trying to get better. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to get better. But that's pretty much. So when 2023 came along, I don't really believe in New Year's resolutions, but I would say I like to think of every year as a new save file. Every birthday is a new chapter. In the future, I'll be doing this. I haven't done this before, but in the future, I'm always going to reevaluate myself at the start of every year. I'm going to figure it out, maybe every 6 months, and being like, these are my stats. This is my equipment that I got. This is my like levels in these skills. Like, where can I get a little bit better in this year, a little better in that? Because I've realized as you get older, time does start to fucking slow down. And Jesus Christ, I'm getting tired. I think it's 11 o'clock and I'm already tired. Like, what's wrong with me? But yeah, I mean, learn to be content with what you have, content with what you have. Just go around, just write everything down. Being like, for some people, you really don't realize how much you have. You really don't realize. Because if you were, when I was 21, I like to think back. I was broke, I had nothing, but I had a car, I had a computer, I had a girlfriend, I had a part-time job. You know, I had clothes on my back, I had shoes, I had enough money to eat. It's like I had a roof over my head, I was renting somewhere. You know, I was progressing. Like, you really got to think of things you have. You might think you have nothing, but you know, every little thing you love. You got good health, you got parents that love you. I mean, you don't have any parents, that's fine. I mean, shit happens, but like, you gotta think about everything you have. It's not a big. There's so much you have. You just sometimes you're like, oh, I don't have this, and it's the worst. But you gotta think of everything you have, and it actually adds up. So yeah, I mean, yeah, and this video won't be that long. I was gonna do another video on this, but I don't think it's that important. I think it's really important, but I don't think it's like one whole video important. It's networking and socializing. Am I standing too close? Am I standing too close? Networking and socializing is like the most important thing when it comes to trading cards. The other things aren't really about trading cards, but they're things that positively impact your life that will also impact your collecting. And it's very important, and people don't really talk about, like, you know, the financial side of things outside of cards. Like, it's not about making the money. It's about like getting the stuff set up so then you can go in with a clear mind and be happy and be content with what you have outside, so you don't go too far to like get joy out of just buying. But the number 5, the 5th thing is networking and socializing. I think it's an absolute must. You gotta find something somewhere. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. People aren't rude. They might be at first just because they don't know you. It's just how it is. You ever seen 2 cats meet each other for the first time? I mean, it's a war. It's just enter communities. Find people on Instagram. Be like, I like your stuff. Or, hey man, where'd you get that from? Or, how long have you had that for? Just ask random people questions. You might ask 50 questions and maybe 2 people will ever think to like respond in a genuine way. Because everyone's busy. They're doing their own stuff, which is fine. Just ask people and be like, oh, you like this kind of stuff? Oh, I'd like to talk to you about it. Maybe start a Discord community. Find existing Discord communities. I'm in this one called Pokenomics with Dan, Gotta Catch 'Em All, and Jake. And I mean, that's great. It's such a good community. It is paid, and their Patreon, I don't know how much it is, but I think it's one of the best Pokemon communities. I think it's definitely worth its weight in gold to have like a dedicated community to people who enjoy collecting and actually like talking about serious things and not just people coming in and about. But there's plenty of groups, Facebook groups, everything. Once you just break that first layer of socializing and you get into like, hey, how's it going? My name's X and Y. My name's Tom. I'd really like to meet you. It's like, okay. Hey, Tom, how's it going? Oh, I see that you like Squirtle. Oh, yeah, I love Squirtle, man. I've heard of that. And it's like, oh, I love Charm. Oh, I didn't pick that. It's like, dude, it just goes on and then you become friends and you get a community. It's nuts. But yeah, I mean, And then when you get really into, get some close friends, you start mining brains. You're like, hey, bro, I bought this and I sold it for this. It's pretty good. If you ever see this around, just know that I sold mine for this. And he tells you something. And then, like, you can get so much better with the more brains you have connected. And I mean, I have so many brains that I talk to every day. I wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for so many different people in this community to help me out. I couldn't even come close. I wouldn't even be 10% of what I have today. I wouldn't even come close to 10%. I think, oh man, I would still probably be at a decent space compared to what I was before, but networking connections and befriending people and just being nice to people and helping them out and they help you, it's so important. But that's it. I mean, this isn't really the stuff I talk about, but I want to try and get better at like helping people and not all about, hey, look at my cards, look at me, buy off me. It doesn't have nothing to do with that. It's all about having a little bit of fun, making friends, and just waiting. I mean, I would never have thought 9 years I'd be still doing this, but it's so fun and it's like addicting, really, to just buy and sell and collect and talk to people, and you can enjoy your hobby so much. So yeah, that's it. Sorry, I know it's weird. I'm not used to this whole fucking camera shit, but should be right, mate. See you later.